From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, January 4th, 2019. Silver is trading at $15.72 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,284 per ounce. Smart cash is trading at 1.45 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $3,814. Antiwar.com reports after announcing the U.S. withdrawal from Syria in the wake of a phone call with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President Donald Trump held a second call days later seeking assurances from Erdogan about what would happen to the Syrian Kurdish territory Turkey is about to invade. Trump told Erdogan he was under pressure and needed a pledge from Erdogan that the Turkish invasion would not lead to a humanitarian crisis or destabilize the region. Exactly how this result was envisioned is unclear. Erdogan's pledges weren't super reassuring either, as he only told Trump he had no quarrel with Syrian Kurds per se, and reiterated his position that the Kurdish YPG are terrorists that need to be confronted militarily. Yet the YPG is also the de facto regional government of Rojava, the Syrian Kurdish territory, and invading that region encompassing one-third of Syria and destroying that faction through force of arms can be expected to both destabilize the region and cause a big humanitarian crisis. When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. UPI reports at the close of 2018, the U.S. national debt was more than $2 trillion higher than when President Donald Trump took office, according to data released on Thursday by the U.S. Treasury Department. The national debt reached $21.974 trillion as of December 31st. The increase in debt came a little more than a year after Trump signed a tax reform bill, and a lower corporate tax rate lowered Treasury revenues. The Congressional Budget Office also reported that the federal budget deficit increased to $779 billion, representing 3.8% of the gross domestic product in fiscal year 2018, up from 3.5% in 2017. Council of Economic Advisors Chairman Kevin Hassett said Thursday morning that Trump is absolutely concerned about the rising national debt, adding, "We can disagree about a lot of things, but we can agree maybe now is the time to get serious about the deficit." Hassett added that the rising debt contributed to Trump's decision in October to call for each cabinet agency to institute budget cuts of at least 5% for their departments in 2019. The CBO said debt held by the public increased to 78% of GDP at the end of 2018, the highest percentage since 1950. Smart Cash is a peer-to-peer digital currency that is fast, secure, and easy to use. Smart Cash also features Smart Rewards, a price stabilization mechanism, and a way to encourage long-term holding. Long-term holders are key to the project's success. You can earn Smart Rewards on any address for which you hold the private keys, which holds at least 1,000 Smart for 1 month and does not make any outgoing transactions during that time. Smart Rewards are distributed every 47,500 blocks to all eligible addresses. Learn more at smartcash.cc. Reuters reports Democrats wasted no time flexing their new power in the U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday by approving legislation backed by new Speaker Nancy Pelosi that would end a 13-day partial government shutdown, ignoring President Donald Trump's demands for $5 billion for a border wall. The White House on Thursday issued a veto threat against both parts of the Democratic legislation, but that did not deter House Democrats. Thursday marked the first day of a divided government in Washington since Trump took office in January 2017, as Democrats took control in the House from his fellow Republicans who remain in charge in the Senate. The 2019-2020 Congress convened with roughly a quarter of the federal government closed, affecting 800,000 employees, and a shutdown triggered by Trump's demand last month for money for a U.S.-Mexico border wall as part of any legislation funding government agencies. The House earlier on Thursday had formally picked Pelosi, a veteran Democratic lawmaker and liberal from San Francisco, as its speaker, beginning her second stint in one of Washington's most powerful jobs. She is the only woman to ever serve as speaker and will preside over the most diverse U.S. House in history, including a record number of women and Latinos. The two-part Democratic package includes a bill to fund the Department of Homeland Security at current levels through February 8th, providing $1.3 billion for border fencing and $300 million for other border security items, including technology and cameras. The second part would fund other federal agencies that are now unfunded, including the Departments of Agriculture, Interior, Transportation, Commerce, and Justice through September 30th, the end of the current fiscal year. This has been FPP Radio News, online at FPPRadio.com.